Okay, so let's follow on from the previous video. If you haven't watched it, you need to watch the one about saving sound to the keyboard set library. But for those of you that have, you'll remember that we created a slightly different panpipe mix, and we called it Condor Pipes. Now, as I said, keyboard set library entries don't contain any style data. So I now want to use that sound, that Condor Pipe sound that I created. I've chosen a rhythm. Of course, the thing now is that immediately that's thrown up the 4 keyboard sets that are associated with that slow country rhythm. So how do we go about getting our Condor Pipe sound into one of these settings at the bottom? Well, the first thing I would do is create a songbook entry. So we tap the songbook button and we go to the second tab along which says write, and I now want to write a new song, and I'm going to call it Condor space Passer, and we press OK. So we're creating a new song called Condor Passer. Are you sure? Yes. Now if you want to check that's been done, just tap the songbook button and there you can see is Condor Passer. So we've created our song, but we still haven't got our panpipe sound in because we've saved it with the 4 original settings. So I want to put my Condor pipes into keyboard set number 1. So what we now need to do is call up that sound that we created. Remember not to have the set list button on, but I'm going to go to user and 7, and it's on page 3. There it is, Condor Pipes. Select it and we exit. So we have our settings showing in the right hand pane of the screen here, but it's still got the 4 original keyboard sets. So we now want to save that setting into that keyboard set there. Tap the songbook button, go to write, and the middle part of the screen here, again we've got the name and it's automatically called it Condor Pipes, so that's absolutely fine. And then we need to tell it which of the 4 keyboard sets we want it to go into. There's a little pull down menu. You could choose any one of the 4, but I'm going to choose number 1. So I'm going to press write. It says Condor Passer, do you wish to rename or overwrite? In this case we're overwriting, or another phrase for it would be to update it. Okay, are you sure? Yes. Now if we press exit, that's great because we've now got the style we want at the tempo we want, and our first keyboard set is now Condor Pipes. You can obviously go through and you can change the other 3 keyboard sets. You might want to keep the others. That's totally up to you. 1 may be enough. If it is, then you've achieved what you want to achieve. So we've created a new song with the right style at the right tempo, and we've made use of one of our pre-mixed keyboard library entries. So that's how we use them to build up our songs and registrations.